Hi, and to viewers new and old, welcome back to the channel. If you've been with me since the last video where I scream about Eurobeat, then rest assured your voices do not go unheard.
Why has there been no fucking video in like
4
months? Are you dead? Have you ceased?
I hear you scream distantly with heavy reverb applied, and I don't really have an excuse. Sorry. But let's not dwell on that though, because today's video will by far be the most serious, thought-provoking, and educational video that I've ever made. Judging by the analytics, this community is a goddamn sausage party, and everyone in it is roughly my age, so I'm gonna take a stab in the dark here and assume you're into video games? Alright. Recently, God of War came out, and people sure do have some opinions on it. Most everyone seems to love it, except for, you know, anytime something gets popular, there will be the super cool contrarians who assimilate from the slums of the internet and attempt to show everyone how cool they are by
disliking something that everyone likes.
And yeah, a lot of the one-off criticisms can basically be boiled down to
Change is bad. I want the old God of War back, but I'm unable to insert the PS3 disc into the PS3 console.
once on a blue fucking moon, you'll find someone who isn't an inept child, who is attempting to give genuine criticism about this thing. And, you know, as a person who really likes these games, I figured I'd take some time to talk about the complaints. Specifically the ones that criticize the cinematic game genre, not just God of War. So, yeah, I guess we're doing this. First ever serious video, here we go! Okay, so I assume you're referring to the combat, which, I don't know, man. Maybe it's because I haven't gotten around to many games of that Dark Soulsian style. But I think that more often than not, the simplicity that these games offer is actually a good thing. Take Naughty Dog, for example. Their system is super simple, but the challenge comes from the weapons they choose to give you and the level design. And it works. The gunplay feels really good, and the level design keeps things varied and interesting. Even if it is just a lot of running and shooting. Just a lot of running and shooting. Just a lot of running and shooting. And walking and then he'd stop for a while, and then he'd run some more. Also, sometimes they do this. That's some spicy, that is some good cooking. In God of War's case, some people thought that it was bland, but I mean, look at this. Shit feels like a more intense Bloodborne with Doom 2016 finishers and some RPG bullshit. In Tomb Raider's case, it was boring combat and a lame story. Okay, actually, fuck Tomb Raider. Point is, although the combat often lacks depth and variety, I think the polish and raw satisfaction they offer more than makes up for it. But, you know, that's just me. I don't know. I'm fucking... You'll see this all the time with stuff like Uncharted. People will say things like,
"The graphics are good, but if I'm not challenged by gameplay, what is the point? It should have been a movie."
See, I get where you're coming from, and I know what you mean. But also, you're wrong. Fuck you. Taking control from the player is something necessary that we've come to expect and rely on from most games. By this logic, you could basically say that any game with a cutscene or a dialogue box, or even shit like Psycho Mantis in Metal Gear Solid, that's all inherently bad now. I don't know what kind of brainless, lumbering chromosome collector can assemble an argument like this, but it's not constructive. It's restrictive. Saying that games must always be this exact way that I like, and that can't change. I don't like change. No, stop! It's just closed-minded and dumb. The entire point of this subgenre of half action and half, you know, is to be a blend between film and game, swapping between whichever is more appropriate at the time. Now, I can understand people feeling fatigued by this and not liking it at all, and even going as far as to say that there are better ways to tell a story, but hey, maybe just don't write the whole thing off as objectively bad. Just don't do it. Makes you look like a bit of a mong. I mean, yeah, but is that really such a bad thing? oversaturation is a thing, I get that. Lord knows we've got enough fucking first-person shooters to last us until the end of the next millennia. But the old God of War games haven't evaporated upon Dad of Boy's release. There are plenty of other great games out there you can play, I promise. You'll be fine. It's alright. You'll be okay. I promise. Moving on! No. Sure, those walking or climbing parts or cutscenes are sometimes used as a way to pad out the game in more cynical instances. However, in good games, they are used for the sake of, yeah, pacing and storytelling.
Yeah, good luck, Belle. I mean, that's almost impossible to... Oh, you did it. Nice.
Super Bunny Hop did a fantastic video on this, which I'll link at the end and in the description, but in short, too much of a good thing is a bad thing. The most engaging experience can still become fatiguing if it's all the time. Even a game like has some degree of quiet time where you have to find collectibles or climb around or fight a bunch of weaker enemies. Personally, if a game is interesting enough, I'll be excited for the next cutscene. It feels like a reward for beating parts of the game. This isn't to say that these bits aren't sometimes boring as shit. I get that. You know, sometimes a slow, nice, pretty walk in the forest ain't so bad, you know? Sometimes I just want to take it slow. I want to listen to Kratos and Boy argue. I just want to walk around. I just want to listen to the story. It's all I want sometimes. Shit, I know people who play games just for the story. Like, this is not fun to them. They play games just for this. What in the fuck? If you're not the kind of person who values a film-like experience in gaming, these kinds of games obviously won't appeal to you. Look, I fucking hate superhero movies. So why then would I hop on Netflix, watch Civil War, and then go on a Twitter rant about why I hate it? That'll be pretty fucking stupid, wouldn't it? That's why you gotta remember that criticism is subjective, and you are biased. Yes, you. The part of the game that you just fucking bullshit is still someone else's favorite part. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, this person is wrong and gay. And I agree, but that doesn't negate how they feel about it. Ultimately, how somebody feels about any given media is valuable no matter how they're able to convey that. But their praise and criticisms are only useful if they're able to back it up with something objective, something that you can sympathize with even if you don't agree with it. Look, if there's one thing I want you to take away from this video, it's that I'm correct and also very smart because I made a video essay. Hey, fuck, been a while, right? So I just want to reiterate that I'm sure I came across as a bit hostile throughout the video, but I'm genuinely interested in a discussion, so if you have any thoughts, by all means, share them in a comment. Also, against my better judgment, I've decided to start up a Discord because you asked for it. Currently, it is untouched and clean, ready for all of you to just fucking penetrate. Link in the description.